And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and today I honestly am feeling a little tired, but I could use a little pick-me-up with a little bit of humor, so without further ado, let us do Hildibrand, while the weather is hopefully good. So we talk to our conspicuously inconspicuous man. Charming. A Hingon tale, Nashu goes east. Oh dear. Jon Lalafell has a lean and hungry look. I don't even want to know what hungry means here. Whatever it is, it can't be good. Hey, you're Eorzine, right? An adventurer, maybe? Good at killing and whatnot? Yeah. Me? Oh, I'm no good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat, but I've got a job for you if you're interested. So there's this Mikote girl, this incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl in this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eorzea like you and me. So beautiful, this girl. So beautiful. Oh no. We have a stalker on our hands. No. But in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her. Where was I? Sorry, my cat just showed up. Hi, Autumn. You want to say hi? You're saying she already has by being here. Okay, let's start over. But in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, you know, things. Anyway, get in there and keep her safe. I'll be watching. Do I even want to know? Let me know in the comments. No sign of Nashu. Oh, here. Uh-oh. No, oh no. No. Nashu, do not talk with this thing. He will lead you astray. Yes, I can be of service to you, my lady. No. Nashu, be wise. Do not trust this one. He is untrustworthy. We gotta save her from herself. I have seen this gentlemanly Eorzean you seek, yes, and I should be glad to take you to him if you like. You are ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. Catfish, to be precise, though I care not for the Eorzean. I am Gyordo, a Namazu, and the services I provide are not free, I am sorry to say, nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh dear, I spent my last gil on the fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help? Yeah, I was... Core, if it isn't Myrokos. Don't tell me you came all this way just to help little me. Yes I did. I'm saving you from this schemer. You see, when Inspector Hildibrand took to the skies, I said, Nashu, you'd better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head as far, far east as I could. And you can't get much further east than the Far East, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but wouldn't you know it, Gyoza? Oh my god. Okay, if you don't get the joke there, gyoza is the Japanese equivalent of a deep fried dumpling. So that is completely hilarious. Already I'm laughing. The talking Numa Numa. Here says he knows where he is. No, he doesn't, Nashu. He's lying. He's just trying to swindle you out of more money. Putting you into debt. Careful, careful. This one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all of our skills. I heard that. I say, there is no need for such menacing glares, none whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I had no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a pressing engagement, very pressing indeed. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. Oh dear. He didn't know where the inspector was. Huh? The little gyoza was trying to swindle me? Yes, he was. He's a known swindler. Oh, Nashu, you ought to know better than to trust a talking cat. Oh, speak for yourself, lady. We're both Mikote. I asked lots and lots of other people if they'd seen a gentlemanly Eorzean, but none of them were any help. Oh, Inspector Hildibrand, wherever could you be? Stuck in the ground or in the side of a building like as not. Keep an eye out for legs. Following his keen inspector sense and searching for a case. Given his track record, I'd say stuck in the ground or in the side of a building. Yes, he does have a habit of landing head first, doesn't he? Hopefully we won't need Lord Godbert's help to pull him out again. Ah, that's it. If the inspector is always on the hunt for a case, then all we've got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up, eh? This way. Well, we saved her from placing herself into debt. I suppose that was worth it. Unsolved crimes. It so happens that a number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight. Master Akebono's shop in the Rakuza district was the most recent, as I recall, but you may be assured that the Sekisegumi will track down the thief in due time. You know, I could probably ask the Sekisegumi what's going on. I am one of their members. Having done the samurai job to completion, I am one of them. Yeah, Nashu, you have a stalker. I bet this town's crawling with all kinds of shifty folk up to no good. Come on, you lot, show yourselves. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Is that it? No. Hmm? Alright, you've got me, Mr. Samurai. But before you do anything rash, like arrest or torture or chop me into tiny bits, with that sword of yours, know that I never touched her. I mean, I never had the chance. I'm sorry. Well, I do have a sword, and I am a samurai, but I'm in my Dark Knight garb. Oh, you're that Eorzean adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. Phew! For a moment there, I thought I was done for. Those Seki Segumi don't mess about. Uh, all cut first and ask questions later, you know? No romance in their hearts, they wouldn't understand. Yeah, I'm not certain I do. So it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes that you want to know about. Incidents the likes of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny. It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I am not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was walking Old Oz bustling streets, when the sea parts and my eyes meet with those of a maiden most fair, and she stole my heart. It was like two grains of sand in the desert looking at each other, and one of those grains knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of its life with the other grain, because she had this whole sultry scribe thing that made him so, Ever since that day, I've watched over her from afar, a silent guardian, a humble protector. Some might think me mad or call me a coward for refusing to speak with her, but they are fools. Fools, I say. True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study, years and years of observation, of obsession, until you know her better than she knows herself. Oh dear. Perhaps when the time is right, I shall reveal myself to her, but until that blessed day, I shall aid her from the shadows, and you, my friend, will aid her in the light. I have mixed feelings about this. Oh dear. Dastardly doings and purported instances of criminal behavior. This is Kugane, my dear. We've no shortage of that here. But since you ask, the story on everyone's lips at the Bookhuizen these days is that of the wealthiest among us and how they are being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks. So we have a sneaky thief running around burglarizing people, especially wealthy. Okay. There you are. Learn anything interesting? A skilled thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants. A creepy bastard who followed you to Kugane says he's been stalking you for 5 years. I better tell her. Eh? Oh, you're having me on? As if I wouldn't notice. Be serious now. No, there really is a Lalafell who's been stalking you for 5 years. Or so they claim. Possibly longer. Alright, get to the point. A skilled thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief. Oh, that's just the thing. Well done, Myrokos. Our next order of business should be to track down this Akebono and ask him about the latest incident. He certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. That fiend, that despicable rapscallion, the nerve of him to make mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akebono, for all your help. I swear to you on my honor that this sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith, and with that I bid you good day. Ah, so it is Akebono. Let's go and ask him about the robbery. Okay. Ah! Oh no. Did that Lalafell just walk off screen? Forgive me, my lady. In my haste, I did not see you. Are you all right? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry, I've taken bigger knocks to the noggin than that. Hey, you aren't one of them samurai, are you? Yes, he is, by the looks of it. Shigure at your service, my lady. You have my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large, and I must bring him to justice. Oh, that's all we need. Competition! Well, I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something important for Shigure to go running off like that. Let's find out what it is. Greetings and salutations, Master Akebono. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. I nearly said Inspector Extraordinaire. And this is Myrokos, who's also got a knack for it. Can you tell us about the recent robberies? Ah, inspectors. I had heard rumors that ones such as you were come from the west. You seem an honest sort, so I will oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found my establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered that my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place he found this message. You have just been robbed by the Kugane Wolf Burglar. Wolf Burglar? Surely you have heard about his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scene of the other robberies, and now I too have become a victim. A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card. There is no way Inspector Hildibrand's going to be able to resist the lure of this case. I thought the two of you were inspectors. But it makes no difference to me who catches the criminals, since the Seiki Segumi seem to be at a loss. You will be generously rewarded for any information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. One moment, I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to just step away and take care of something. In any event, let's speak with Nashu. All we've got to do now is stick with this case, and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildibrand. I just know it. Call it my keen inspector's assistant sense. Anyway, I'm going to try to learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Oh no. Impersonating a Seiki Segumi when you're not one of them? Oh dear. Core, it's been so long since I have had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll be putting these darlings to good use next time. And she made them in the near the hot spring? Oh dear. Oh, bugger. Good thing I've got plenty more stashed away. Oh, no. We're gonna get roasted, Namazu? Godbert! Yay! Well done. Well done, Nashu. Well done. Okay, moving on. Life imitates art imitates life. You have no one but yourself or the kami to blame for what comes if you talk to Nashu Makaraka. Oh no. Well, if it isn't Myrokos, looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, my... Why do you have to make fun of my tail? Nashu, you've got a tail too. Yes, mine's very bushy, and yours is possibly a little more sleek, but seriously, you're making fun of my tail? Rude. Well, have I got news for you? What news have you got? So I've been asking after the wolf burglar fellow, and the fellow, the one that left that cheeky note claiming credit, you remember? And it seems he's not quite as sneaky as he thinks he is. Oh, he's robbed plenty of rich merchants blind, I'll grant you that. No doubting it was him either. Never fails to leave a calling card, this one. Too proud to leave people wondering for even a moment. But folks have laid eyes on him more than a few times. In fact, after talking to all the eyewitnesses, I had enough information to try to sketch a picture of the devil himself. I'm afraid... What? Not bad for a self-trained artiste, wouldn't you say? Maybe leave the art to the professional artists. I don't see how this helps us, honestly. Yeah. Not hearing a lot of support for the sketch. Right then, back to the drawing board. The metaphorical one, that is. Let's you and me seek out and question the rich and famous, the sort of folks the burglar's been targeting, and see if we can't learn something new. I'll head to Kugane Dori. You can check out the tea house and the hostelry. Okay, so I gotta go back to Pier 1. Let's see. 3 locations. I say, the Kugane Wolf Burglar, must you sully my ears with that rapscallion's name as I attempt to take a moment to relax and take in the fresh air? Bah, it is no use. The moment is ruined. I too fell victim to the wolf's villainy, like so many others. Oh, if you had seen the vase before he took it. Gah! If there was any justice in this world, he would be paraded through the streets and boiled alive in Tenkonte. How charming. Some people say that cruel and unusual punishment don't deter the criminal element in the slightest. If you ask me, some have no appreciation for public boiling. Ew. That's a bit harsh. Ah, that infamous thief. I know of him. For mercy, he has not seen fit to trouble those of lesser means like me and my associates. Perhaps you thought me wealthy because I patronized the tea house. On the contrary, this is my sole indulgence. Were I a stronger man, I would forgo it, but alas, the heart will not be denied. As I told you before, I doubt I need fear a visit from the wolf burglar. Despite appearances, my fortune is quite modest. Oh. Too long has it been since I shared a pipe with an Eugene. How fortunate. You have no desire for a smoke? They talk of the wolf burglar. I see. I have no personal experience on which to draw, so I doubt I can be of much assistance. What I know is known to all, but if you insist, he is a lone wolf without comrades, and despite their best efforts, the Seikisegumi has no leads. Some say he has emboldened the man. This has emboldened the man. Each theft is more brazen than the last. He has even been witnessed practicing his trade in broad daylight, if you can believe it. That is the extent of my knowledge. Now, if you will not favor me with tales of your own, I ask that you leave me to my pipe. It is far less demanding company. Okay, he won't tell us anything more. Even if you were to accept my invitation. So if I offered to sit down and work with him, he couldn't tell me anything. Lovely. Ah, here you are. Dig up any interesting tidbits? So he's getting bolder by the day, is he? Well, if there's anything I've learned from following the inspector around, it's that overconfidence is liable to get you smacked upside the head by your mom and her magic frying pan. That said, we'd have a better chance of catching this fellow if we knew who he was eyeing next. Ah! What happened? Oh no. A thousand pardons, young sir. I did not mean to trample you underfoot. Are you all right? Oh no. Hey, aren't you the samurai I bumped into the other day? Shigi something, was it? Shigure? Oh, we meet again, my lady. I say, you must think me in the habit of trampling my fellow pedestrians. Let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth. I was simply preoccupied with thoughts of my investigation. That's right, you were after the wolf burglar too. Got any leads? As a matter of fact, I do. But I but recently learned of a private auction in which many foreign wares are to be featured. While such auctions are not uncommon in Kugane, it has been some time since the wolf last struck, and there are rumors that this auction may include particularly extraordinary items. Much as I would love to converse with you at great length, I really must be going. Until we meet again. Wait, Mr. Shiggy, sir. Can we come to the auction? If you like, but I very much doubt you will be able to afford any of the items to be sold. Oh, don't worry about that. Myrokos here's got enough money to buy and sell you 1,000 times over. What? I mean, I do have a fair amount of gil, but not that much. Yes, very good. Then by all means, come with me. Oh, so I'm not actually on the hook for purchasing something. This venue has been reserved for the private auction. The guests should be arriving any moment now. I remember you, Master Akebono, was it? Well, if it isn't the inspectors, I didn't know you would be joining us. I presume you are come to keep watch for the wolf. But should you see anything you like, know that we have money changers on hand to assist those who wish to spend for foreign currency. I must warn you, however, that should we desire the same item, I am not wont to surrender without a fight. Oh boy. Here we go. Greetings and welcome to you, the prosperous and esteemed elite. This day you will be given a rare opportunity to view and purchase, if so inclined, a selection of strange and wondrous items from all across the world. Without further ado, I give you our first, a queer, misshapen fiend captured in the mountainous wilds of Yansha. Aye, it is none other than the fabled Rat Man, an unholy union of man and beast, a demon of legend, whose flesh, when consumed, bestows life everlasting. That's a kicker. Eternal life can be yours, ladies and gentlemen. So, shall we start the bidding at 500,000 koban? 600. 700. 800,000. 800,000 koban. Going once, going twice. Sold to Master Akebono. Let us proceed to the next item for bidding. He's not really going to eat him, is he? I don't know. The statue you are about to see was brought to Kugane from the west, the land of Eorzea, to be precise. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, statue does not even begin to describe this extraordinary work of art. Oh no, oh god. No. No, 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 no. Well, we found him. I give you the Eorzean Gentleman, a masterpiece, nay, a triumph of Western sculpture. Marvel at the intricate details. The features so expertly realized that some have likened it to a living, breathing man frozen in time. Well, would you look at that? The statue's the spitting image of Inspector Hildibrand. Could it have been sculpted by a fan? Was it a trick of the light, or did that statue just twitch? Speaking of Twitch, if you give me a follow on Twitch to catch me live, or in the meantime, subscribe to YouTube, so you can catch the recordings there if you miss the live stream. And give me a follow. Hit the notification bells in both places. You mean to say you think it might actually be the inspector somehow, frozen by temporal magics? In that case, I've got just the thing to bring him back to the land of the moving. Ah, her delights. Stay your bomb-filled hand, my lady, I beg of you, lest you slaughter these poor people and bring this marketplace to ruin. I suppose you have a point, and it wouldn't be very inspector-like to blow innocents to kingdom come. How readily she resorts to violence, this woman. I shudder to think what carnage she has left in her wake. Oh, you don't want to know, Shigure. Oh, its eyes are open. Oh, I knew it. That's no statue. It's the genuine article in the flesh. Probably hit his head when he fell from the sky. Or maybe he's gone into hibernation again, or something. This bizarre sculpture is in truth a man? Is such a thing even possible? Yes, yes it is. You just sold a live kicker. Strange. I do not recall it wearing that expression of sheer terror before. It was rather more serene, was it not? How very perceptive of you. Verily, this is no ordinary statue. It is a, heretofore unseen hybrid of sculpture and automaton. Marvel at the way its features change, fluidly and effortlessly. You scumbag, you know you're selling ill-gotten gains and trying to rake a profit from the rich. Not that I'm obsessed with the rich losing not that I want the rich to keep their money, but you literally are selling living beings. That is disgusting. And very ungentlemanlike. Yes, indeed. So shall we start the bidding for this one-of-a-kind statue at 500,000 koban? 600. Oh dear. Here we go. $700. 800,000 koban to be paid in full here and now. Once more, Master Akebono will not be denied. Will any challenge his claim to the Eorzean gentleman? Oh, we've got to do something, Myrokos. If we don't, these people are going to buy the inspector. Oh, man. Do I bid or do I say good riddance? Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I don't know what to say. I have mixed feelings. Fine. Wahaha, there's nothing in this world I cannot buy. 1,000,000 koban. That is actually a bomb. Oh no, smoke bomb. What is the meaning of this? Oh, it's gone. By the kami, the Eorzean gentleman has vanished. You have just been robbed by the Kugane wolf burglar. That thrice damned Oni, he struck again. I saw him, the fiend with wolfish features. He took the statue and ran towards the short pier. Really? How curious. Do you know what that means? Inspector Hildibrand has been stolen, or kidnapped. We've got to get after that wolf burglar. For all we know, he might want to eat him like that poor Kickern. And we can't have that. Okay, that brief pause I had was, you might have had earlier, earlier was a little bit of a login issue with Twitch. Hopefully it didn't interrupt the stream too much. In the meantime, we need to... Oh, wait. Short pier. Which way? Oh, over here. Up we go. No, actually down. Yeah. And I was so close. I still can't believe Inspector Hildibrand was stolen. That's gotta be a first. Yes, as I said, that is what I saw. Oh, you followed me, I presume, of a mind to pursue the wolf burglar as well? Of course we are. He's got Inspector Hildibrand, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let some two-gill thief eat him. Are you perchance referring to the Eorusian gentleman? That hideous statue? I dare say no one in their right mind would try to eat it, but nonsensical fears notwithstanding, I should be honored to work with you to catch the wolf burglar. This man here claims he saw him board a boat with the statue and head towards the ruby price. 'Twas a sight I will not soon forget. Never before have I seen a lupin carrying a twisted mockery of a man on his back. Never again will I expect. Too bold was the fiend this day in seeking to claim such a conspicuous prize. In broad daylight, he has left a trail we can follow. Come, let us make haste to the ruby price. So that thing the Lupin stole was a statue, and people were willing to pay hundreds of thousands of koban for it? I say, some people have more money than they have good sense. I mean, the rich will, the rich have a tendency to spend enormous amounts of money on ridiculous things. Like, who needs 2 to 3 yachts or something like that? People who why don't I just use the E3? Clearly have more money than they do sense, whereas those of us who are poor have to be careful about what they spend their money on. That there tower just keeps on going and going and going. Yeah, that's called heaven on high. Surely the one of the watchmen here will have seen the Wolfman and his stolen statue. Alas, I cannot say I have seen such a thing. Since the withdrawal of Garlean forces from Doma and the Ruby Sea, there has been a significant increase in domestic traffic. Accordingly, we have been instructed to wave through smaller vessels, leaving our waters absent cause. This Lupin you seek probably received no more than a cursory glance. I see. Thank you for taking the time to explain, and pray forgive me the interruption. We shall continue our search elsewhere. The question is, where else should we search? Who else has reason to keep a close watch on these waters? The Confederacy, for one. that tower there just keeps on going and going and going. Okay, of wolves and gentlemen. Shigure is chiding himself for overlooking the obvious answer. Oh, how silly of me. The Confederacy has every reason to note the comings and goings of even the smallest vessels in the Ruby Sea. Their very survival rests on their ability to extract payments for safe passage, the so-called Ruby Tithe. Sakazuki is where we must go. Any traveler who does not wish to be raided and relieved of their possessions must journey there first to make the necessary overtures. If you squint just the right way, it looks like it's got ears. Or is it horns? By the kami, I am no wealthy merchant. Be reasonable, I beg of you. Huh. Searching for a bandit on a boat, you say. As far as I am concerned, the only bandits are those who refuse to pay the tithe. Like that one fellow I spotted not long ago. Why didn't I stop him, you asked? Because he was dead. I, standing motionless in his skiff, paying no heed to the waves or waters, a dead man drifting. It is one thing to threaten a living man, but what could I possibly do to stop a dead one? Nothing, that's what. So I took the only reasonable course of action. Let him be. I am not one to consort with the dead, but if you are, by all means, follow the man to the Isle of Beko. I will remain here and do my best to forget what I saw. A dead man in a boat bound for the Isle of Beko. That's the stupidest thing I've ever... Unless... Aha! Don't you see? He mistook the Eorzean gentleman for a corpse. That boat belonged to none other than the Kugane wolf burglar. Core, what luck? Our liaison did mention that we would pay the tithe. Pay the tithe by way of bringing a trespasser to justice. And I do believe this qualifies. The hunt is on to the Isle of Beko and that thrice-damned wolf. Hark! Over there, a wolf, or at least someone what's got big ears and a long fluffy tail. Aha! We've got him now. This guy must be new to the Sekisugumi. He didn't recognize me. So it seems the wolf burglar was caught by the very people that were trying to catch him. Call me for friend. This is no wolf burglar. This is a man dead who yet moves. A restless spirit bound to this mortal coil by burdens of the soul. I beg your pardon, good sir, but my soul carries no such burdens. Indeed, in death I found rather more liberation than I had in life. More purpose and meaning and brotherhood. Wait a minute. You're one of the dead, you're one of the gentle dead men. But what are you doing so far from Eorzea and the others? As I live and breathe, in even further reaches, I find myself reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots. I too must confess some curiosity as to how you came to this place. But since you asked first, as unbelievable as it may sound, we heard rumors of an island deep in the Siren Song Sea, said to be home to a host of undead individuals, not unlike myself. Ours being a rather lonely existence, we resolved to dispatch an emissary to the isle, myself being the logical choice once again. Yeah, I excised the island. Sorry. Ah, truly? Well, that would explain why the myriad skeletons we found were devoid of unlife, as it were. That said, even if they were as disagreeable as you claim, I should thank you to stop killing every last undead you encounter in your travels. If I can't help it. Anyway, having failed in my mission, I was at a loss for what to do next. The island was abandoned and Eorzea was ever so far away. Just then, I felt it, a familiar tingling in my rotting flesh. Aye, there was no denying it. I had felt the pull of our leader, Master Zombiebrand. His ether called to me, and I was duty-bound to answer. So I followed the trail, and it led me to this place. Core, then it's no coincidence. The inspector and the burglar that stole him must be somewhere here on this island. Good sir, do you still feel Inspector Hildibrand calling to you even now? Can you lead us to him? As surely as I can crack open a hapless merchant's head and feast on the goo inside before you can say go. Follow me. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what's with the wolfish getup? It's not the sort of thing a gentle dead man usually wears, though it's quite fetching, I've got to say. It warms my dead heart to hear you say so. I received it as a gift from a traveling artist. When I explained to him how difficult it was to converse with the common man, he fashioned it for me, believing it would serve to soften my otherwise terrifying features. And so it has. But enough talk. Master Zombiebrand needs us. Nothing I have heard makes even the slightest bit of sense to me, but no matter. If this misshapen undead wolfman can lead us to the thief, I shall trust him wholly. Yeah, welcome to the gang, Shigure. This is par for the course. Not much about these adventures makes sense. Just gotta roll with it. Are all the undead in the West so gentlemanly? No, they are not. I think it's a wonderful look for him, don't you? Yes, Master Zombiebrand is close. We are nearly upon him. And the wolf burglar, at long last, we will bring that bastard to justice. Wolf burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Surrender. Yeah, so they finally caught up with me. Core, he looks exactly like my sketch. Not really. Your campaign of thievery comes to an end this day. Aye, this day the Bakufu will have their man. That is to say, their Lupin. Stop, damn you. The inspector's still not snapped out of it, which means it's time for a triple serving of Nashu's Delight. Dango style. Oh no. Here we go. Bombs? Shut up, you stupid statue. Bugger me, are those bombs? Idiot, get rid of them. Get rid of them before you kill us both. Ooh, sparkly. I see you added the sparkles. Nashu, very nice touch. Huh? Uh-oh. Help! Myrokos! Myrokos! Nashu! Anyone? I suppose we ought to save the inspector. Forget Hildibrand, now's our chance to catch the wolf burglar, yeah. Don't worry about the inspector. He survived a trip back from Dalamud, so this is nothing. Let's get that wolf burglar instead. I told you before, wolf burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Fall, on the other hand. If that's how it's going to be, then fall it is. That's unexpected. Never thought I'd come this close to getting caught. Suppose it's my own fault for trying to nick a hefty prize like a statue. But if the statue ain't even a statue, then there's no reason for me to stick around. Is there better luck next time, thief takers? Gah, the nerve of that villain. I say, Myrokos, I've come to expect such cold, calculating behavior from dear Nashu, but not you. Hooray! Inspector Hildibrand is back. Nothing I can brush with certain death to get you back in the game. Am I right, Inspector? What manner of sorcery is this? The Eorzean gentleman, this statue stands before me, speaking and gesticulating, as if a living, breathing being. I trust I needn't to remind you that I too am capable of such motions, despite neither living nor breathing. But more to the point, Master Zombibrand is no statue. Quite right, he is an agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Unfortunately, yes. Good sir, by your garb I gather you are a samurai. Am I then correct in assuming we are in the Far East? Oh, as I wake from the gentle slumber and find myself in a foreign land, who should I be greeted by but a Far Eastern fan? But ho, what is this? Already my keen investigator's sense has alerted me to the presence of a petitioner in need. I must away for honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg. Wait for me, Inspector. You know I can't run that fast. Master Zombibrand looks to be his old self again. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. It is enough to bring a tear to this gentle dead man's eye. Or it would be if I weren't, you know. But much as I would love to join you in your adventures, I must return to my brothers. I pray you watch over and keep our undead overlord safe. I wonder if I said, good riddance, that would have changed the dialogue. Maybe I can rewatch this in the, unending journey. So, in Eorzea, a man may be an inspector extraordinaire as well as a zombie overlord. Truly, yours is a land of many mysteries and strange customs. I dare say I will never comprehend. Oh, you could live in Eorzea your entire lifetime and not comprehend everything. While I regret that we were unable to apprehend the wolf burglar, I am glad that this chase has seen you reunited with your comrade. Come, let us follow him and see where his keen sense leads. Friend in need of friend? Are you friend? Another rat man, like the one they sold at the auction? Looks like Inspector Hildibrand has found a kicker. Did I not tell you I had caught the scent of a case? And here it is. I give you the case of the kidnapped Kikrin. We know where he went. Simply put, this adorable little fellow dearest friend was abducted by a dastardly fellow in the nearby city of Kugane. We sail on ships as sailors for East Alderner Trading Company, docked at Kugane docks to unload goodly goods when goodly merchant comes and offers tasty feast to me and friendly friend. By the kami, did that ratman just speak? Kickern, not rat man, rude man. Why does no one here know Kickern? Always demon with lucky flesh. We go with goodly merchant, all alone, many turns, left, right, left. Very confusing. Then bad man grab friendly friend, put gag in mouth and bag on head. I fight back and run, and they run too, and then I jump into water. It would seem that the currents carried him to the shores of this island, but I have yet to ascertain the motive for why anyone would want to kidnap a hapless Kickern sailor. Because they do not know or do not care that he is a Kickern. He passes for a ratman of Far Eastern folklore, the flesh of which some believe bestows everlasting life. An Eorzean sailor with most unusual features, an incredible, albeit hideous, statue of Eorzean make, that was in truth a man. I dare say we have already met our goodly merchant. We must return to Kugane and confront the criminal at once. He may have abducted others from faraway lands to sell at auction. The fiend. At the very least, we know he sold this Kickern's friendly friend. We've got to save him too. Right you are, my lady. We shall see the wicked punished and the innocent set free. Yes. I was just about to say that. Well said, you. Okay, back to Kugane. Kami, strike me down. The Eorzean gentleman is alive. Hearken to me, merchant. Your reckoning is at hand. For the crime of kidnapping a Kickern sailor and selling him into slavery, I hereby place you under arrest. Huh? I should hope I would remember doing something so reprehensible as that. But more importantly, who are you to level such accusations, much less place me under arrest? You're not of the Sekisegumi. A common Ronin, are you not? I was wondering why his garb didn't look right. You... A common Ronin from the countryside looking for work I so generously provided when I hired you to guard my auction. An auction you failed to defend against a thief who stole a priceless piece. I say, what audacity! That selfsame piece stands before you, with the Kikern who escaped your kidnapping attempt, as incontrovertible proof of your misdeeds. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have defeated you. The least you could do is demonstrate dignity in defeat. The truth is plain, there is no denying it. And yet I do, Inspector, was it? Whatever authority you may possess in Eorzea is not recognized here. Only the Sekisegumi can compel answers and arrest criminals. I'm of the Sekisegumi. I may not be in my samurai garb, but I am of the Sekisegumi. I can place you under arrest. And with that, I bid you good day. You need not answer to them, but you will answer to me. We've had our eye on you for some time, my friend, but alas, all good things must come to an end. The wolf burglars' meddling merely delayed the inevitable. We have all the proof we need. Now do yourself a favor and come quietly, or don't, and do me a favor. Shigure, owing to the efforts of you and yours, we can firmly bring this charlatan to justice. For that, you have my deepest thanks. Thank you, sir. That you would favor me with such kind words is a great honor. I can only hope that this goes some way towards... However, that you failed to inform the Sekisegumi of the wolf burglar's crime, despite being present, and instead pursued the thief on your own, is inexcusable. I was there. I bore witness. I chased after him as well. That technically counts. He's fine. He should be fine. Such reckless disregard and thirst for personal glory are traits I will not suffer in our samurai. 1,000 thanks to you for saving friendly friend. Warier and warier we will be next time. No more following goodly merchants into dark alleys. I owe you an apology. Like the merchant said, I am no more than a common Ronin. My pursuit of the wolf burglar has been, from the very beginning, independent of the Sekisegumi or any other authority. One moment, the phone's still hanging. Okay, phone call over. Let's get back to it. I came to Kugane to join the Sekisegumi, but was judged to be unworthy. Unable to find gainful employment as a samurai elsewhere, I struggled to make ends meet. And then, when I was about to renounce my dream and return to my village, I learned of a notorious thief, a thief that targeted only the most wealthy and influential, a thief that I might bring to justice and thereby earn the approval of the Sekisegumi. Say no more, my good samurai, for your earnest nature and passion for the law have won me over. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall help you scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the Kugane Wolf Burglar, and we shall start right this instant. I am still not quite sure what to make of that man, but I suppose I should be grateful for the help. Myrokos, was it? I should thank you for joining me in this endeavor, perhaps more so than the others. Their help is of questionable benefit, whereas yours seems rather more reliable. The wolf burglar is not to be underestimated. He is a cunning, clever foe, as evidenced by the way he escaped. Sheer passion and determination will not be enough to catch him. Which is to say that while I value the assistance of the inspector and his assistant, I believe cooler heads will prevail in the end. To wit, yours and mine. I too may be prone to fits of passion, but I should like to think it is nothing compared to that of the Eorzean gentleman. Okay, and with that, I think I will call this part of the Hildibrand questline to a close. That was a good intermission point. It's coming up on my need to have lunch, so I'll do that, and then hopefully when next I go live, we will continue the Hildibrand questline. So if you liked what you saw at any point, like, share, subscribe on YouTube, give me a follow on Twitch, hit the notification bells, and I shall see you anon.